Oh, thanks for the thumbs up there. What's up, Robert? Caldera, how you doing, man? I know I still need to get to your... I've got it down on my to-do list to do your character. It's next, I promise. I know I've been saying that forever. Let's see what we got going here. There we go. It was the ice. Who was it? The ice. I wrote it down. I wrote it down in my planner. Damn, why can't I remember it? Icy Necromancer, that's right. Boom. It's next on the... Yeah, no, dude. It's I did this one when I was on the bus home. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to do the Ice Necromancer next, but I want to have some kind of like look at some references to the character before I started working on it. But this one I was just doing on the bus. I figured I'd throw some ink on it. What is this one? I don't know. I have this reference. I bought this reference photo book. Hold on a second. I, of course, do like a lot of my, not all of it, but I do some of my stuff from imagination. Like this whole background's all from like my imagination. But I bought this. I'm trying to get more life out of my characters, so I bought this book. It's the Shukan Lensha Action Pose Heroine Action. So it's the heroine. It's the lady. The volume 3. So this one's got all of this reference photos of characters in action. So I've been using these for like, to get some reference. There's some really great ones in here. I mean, like I think these people, like they're Japanese. They're both Japanese, and they perform in like movies and stuff. They do I think they're like stunt women as well. So they got some really like cool vantage points and stuff that it's kind of hard to imagine. So like her kicking this guy right here. So I'm just kind of, trying to use these to, practice. It's all just practice. And today I'll be listening to, because it kind of fits the mood right now. I'll be listening to Mr. Bungle, the Raging Wrath of the Easter Bunny demo. Because I'm just feeling very rebellious right now. Just rebellious. Yeah, so here we go. I don't have much time to work today. I might work for like maybe a couple hours, maybe less, hour and a half maybe, and then pop on out because I got to go to work at. Yes, they are savage. I mean, if you've ever watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail, you see how it goes down when we get too close to them, man. They'll rip your fucking throat out. But no, this whole album is like, since I've been back to Japan, this whole album has basically been the so accurately describes the pent up emotions and anger and frustration that's been going on. And I'm trying to get it out. And this music and the drawing is going to help me do that. I hope. All right, here we go. I want to. You know what? If you go get a chance, go watch this video. I don't know if you've seen the videos from their album, but this one is insane. I love it. I'm actually listening to it right now. Okay. Oh, there we go. Pay attention. Over here. There we go. Excuse me. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up there, Juan. I told you, man. Fucking Taboo is insanely good. It's one of those shows that kind of went under the radar, but yeah, I think I'm going to rewatch it. It's one of those series I would definitely rewatch. Well, thanks for the thumbs up there. How you been doing, Juan, man? I saw that you got to see your grandpa there. It looked nice. I hope he was doing okay. I mean, I don't know when that picture was from. Hey, what's up, Canadian Spider-Man? Boob armor? Kind of, I guess. She's got boobs. It's kind of like right there. I don't know. I'm just kind of like making it up as I go. We can call it some boob armor, though. Why not? You got to protect the jugglies. Oh, let's put some red out here. Okay, so I'm going to try to make this long story short as possible. Every time I leave Japan to go back to the States, whenever I have to come back to Japan, I always feel a bit like I'm ready to get back to Japan. I live and work here. A lot of my friends are here. Vegas was the best time I've had in a very, very extremely long time. For the first time in a very long time, I was able to meet just an insanely amazing group of people. It was so much better than I envisioned it to be. Sorry to hear about that, Juan. But I just love being out there, talking to everybody, meeting people, sharing experiences, just talking about this and that. And I knew what I was going to be coming back to when I got here. But I don't think I knew what I was coming back to, but I wasn't mentally prepared. And I knew that when I came back, I was going to be quarantined, forced to quarantine for 2 weeks. But what I didn't know is that how much like an animal you feel that you're treated like whenever. I mean, I know they're just doing their job, but you felt like some kind of animal locked in a cage. No human contact for 2 weeks. You could barely even open up your window, much less go outside and get fresh air. And it kind of like it did something to me mentally, man, just being locked up in there. And then I got back, and it's like, you know, closed down all the restaurants, closed down all the bars. You can't like do anything after 7 o'clock. And like people here, you know how it is, man. People just comply, so they just do what they're told to do, and they don't question anything. Japanese people are very, you know, you don't want to be the nail that sticks out, kind of thing. Yeah, dude. Well, see, I was forced to stay at two hotels. I wasn't allowed to choose the hotels because I caught the corona. I was completely fine. I had just like a little bit of symptoms for a couple of days, but I just drank lots of, got my electrolytes, drank lots of water, ate some food, and got over it in 2 days. I was fine. But then I came back here and everything's just like closed down and everybody's going around just talking about fear, fear, fear. I don't know, like, yeah, it doesn't exist, man. And so I'm this is the only time in my 20 years of living here that I've never wanted to be here. Right now, I'll be honest, I don't want to like depress anybody out there, but I am going through some mad ass depression right now. Like I don't know. I just feel like literally all alone. I mean, I have a couple of friends up here who are foreigners, and they're pretty much on the same page as me, and I think that we're kind of going through the same shit together. But it's like everybody's just waiting around to be told what to do, and I can't stand that. And yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm putting on Mr. Bungle. Oh no, she's still in the States. Mrs. Ninja is still in the States with my daughter, visiting my brother in Tennessee, living completely normal life, going out restaurants, going out drinking, going out to football games, this and that, and they're all completely fine, having a good time. And they're going to be back here at the end of October. But yeah, just doing this and talking to you guys is helping. Like, I feel like I've got to go teach here in a couple hours. I don't have it in me, man. I just don't have it in me. And I'm trying to, I don't want to sound like I'm just complaining. I know there's people out there that got it much worse than me. You just feel like cut off. I felt cut off from like, I don't know, humanity for such a long while. I'm ready to like, I'm ready to hop in a plane and go back. It's the first time I've ever thought that since I've lived here. First time. And it's sad, but I never thought I'd reach the point where I was like, I'm ready to get the fuck out. Yeah. Yeah, dude, man. Like, well, I mean, I've gotten it already, all right? So technically I don't know. I remember, yeah, this is some dark shit, but the first person, especially being in the countryside, the good thing is like, you know, you're away from all of the big city shit. But the bad thing is if you stick out like a sore thumb, you're the gossip of the town kind of thing. And the first person in our area, the first person that got, because everybody was so freaked out about it, the first person that got it on a trip where he had to go on a business trip to Tokyo, this guy, he got it. He was fine, but he passed it on to other people. He ended up killing himself, just offed himself. And I'll be damned if I'm going to feel like that. All right. People just need to get. So I keep on asking people, like, what's the end game? What do you guys, if you get the shot, that's great and all, but if you get it, I only, yeah, he self-deleted. No, I've only been over to China. I've been to Taiwan a couple of times. I really enjoyed Taiwan. I've been to China once, but I didn't have a good experience there. It was only on a layover though. Now I've got a friend who lives there now, and he says he enjoys it, but I don't know. Now I've got friends from Hong Kong, a lot of friends from Hong Kong, and they're all really, really great, fun people to be around. But can't say that I've been to mainland China for an extended time. But yeah, it's I don't know. Like I'm watching a lot of the restaurants and things close around here, and bars, and you see like a lot more unemployed people. Restaurants being boarded up, gyms closing, and I'm like, what's the end game? What's the end game, people? I don't know. I mean, just gonna sit around and wait for everything to shut down and get like locked, lose all your. There's so many things. I try not to stay dark. I'm trying to stay positive, but suicide amongst women in Japan has increased by a very alarming rate. And I can see like the women, because a lot of the nightlife, your bars and pubs and stuff like that, are run by women. So I don't know. Just trying to make sense of nothing I can make sense of. So there you go. But this helping out, Hong Kong, yeah. I haven't been there yet. I've only met people from Hong Kong, and they were all great. I really had a great time with all of them. Do I plan on putting any green in there? Oh, in the picture? Yeah, I've got my green out ready to use right now. I don't know if you're referring to the picture. Yeah. I just kind of have I've got my set of colors right here, and this is all I use right here. If that's what you're referring to. I don't know. I didn't know if you're like talking about investments. So I've got red, yellow, black, brown, blue, green, and white, and a purple. Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, well, the paint's not, well, it's inks. These are all inks that I use. Yeah, Juan, I don't know what the situation like is right there. Yeah, I know, man. I don't know. I I got it. I was fine. But that's me. I'm just ready to fucking, I don't know, man. There's, I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know what everybody's personal feelings on things, but I'll just go ahead and tell you mine. If you want to get the vax, get the vax. If you don't want to get it, don't get it. If you want to wear a mask, wear it. If you don't want to wear one, don't worry about it. And I'm not going to judge you for any of those. And living life in itself is a fucking risk. When you come on this earth, there's 1,000,000,001 ways to die. And I'll be damned if I'm going to live the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years walking around just living in fear all the time. I'm sick of it. It's like I'm done with it mentally. I want my daughter to be able to like live a normal life, which she is doing right now. And I know when she comes back here, that's not the case. It's just how I feel about things, That's just how I am. And if you have a different opinion, that's great. But yeah. But I don't know. I just want to kind of be like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I had a confrontation with one of my, well, not a confrontation, but just, yeah, I was planning on putting green in the back around here, Canadian Spider-Man. I wanted to kind of put it around this like crazy stuff going on over here. Yeah, I just and I don't know, man. It's it's just defeating. People tell me that by me not wearing a mask means I want to kill other people. Well, fuck you. You know what I mean? Sorry. The flight attendant on my plane. I'm just like venting right now, guys. I apologize. But these are acrylic inks. Acrylic inks. They're made by Liquitex. It's good because you can apply them over black ink and still retain the richness of the black. But the flight attendant on my way back from Japan, oh no, from the States, she was like this older lady. she reached over while I was asleep to pull my mask over my nose. And she's like, you want to keep that above your nose. You don't want to be killing grandma or something like that. She said that to me, man. And I was just like, I don't know, man. Just kind of done with people at the moment. I feel like, and it's a sad place to be. I don't like to be here. I'm trying to get out of the funk. So just let me, if I can go off here on a second, and then if you have opposing ideas, that's fine. I accept that. But man, don't ever like accuse me of trying to kill somebody's grandma. Yeah, these acrylic inks are awesome, dude. Liquitex. Now, I'll hold on 1 second. Let me talk about some art shit. All right, so I went back to the States. I bought a bunch of art supplies when I was back there. Kind of like got a bunch that I was. They're not easily available here, or they might be expensive here. So I went to Michael's and I picked up their acrylic inks, which are these. Don't get these. Get these. Yeah, man. Like, and it's not the first time it's happened. I just don't. Just done with that kind of like mentality right now. I'm done with it. If that's what you want to do, you're not my friend, and just don't talk to me anymore. I would never accuse you of that unless you were driving around, you're like really impaired, and I don't know. All right, so these inks, I got these, and I'm not impressed with them. I know they're both acrylic inks. I really haven't looked into too much about the contents. They're both acrylic. This is Daleroni FW. I don't know what that stands for, but those were the only acrylic inks that they had in stock. These ones are so much more reliable, so much more vibrant. Especially, I bought this blue. The blue is completely disappointed in. I don't know how all the other colors work, but I just bought a couple to try them out. Yellow was okay, but the Liquitex ones are definitely the way to go. Definitely go with Liquitex, and they're called Liquitex Liquid. Liquitex Liquid. So, yeah. I hope you're. Who are you gonna think about buying for your niece? Yeah, like what I do is I like. I think there's many different ways you can use it, like watercolor, basically. But the thing is they're acrylic-based inks. So as soon as you put them down, you can't, like, for instance, I just put these green down, and if I go back into them with water, they're not gonna smudge. You can't like do anything with them. You can do layering with them, but as soon as you put them down, they're basically get soaked into the paper and dry. So I'm working on Bristol paper right now, Strathmore Bristol paper. Now this is like what EVS does his. Well, a lot of comic book artists do their. Oh, cool! Congratulations! Hey, she's way ahead of most people. I know people, dude, man. I know people who are like really good artists, like they're legit really good artists, and they haven't sold a piece of artwork because a lot of people, their mentality is like, oh, artwork's just something that I do that I like to do, and it's not really worth any money. It's just something I like to do. It's like, man, that is a skill. Straight up, that's a skill that you shouldn't give away for free. So congratulations to her. She's done what a lot of pros, so-called pros, haven't achieved. Starts from there. I wonder how old I was when I sold my first piece. I remember, how old was I? I don't know. Can't remember. It might have been like in high school. I got paid to do some artwork, but somebody bought a piece off me. I wonder what that was. It might have been in college, man, to be honest. Yeah. So congratulations to her, man. Keep it up. What kind of artwork did she sell? What time is it? Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Nice, man. The Kentaro Miura exhibition. Oh, no, I haven't heard that. Now, let me see this. Let me look it up on my computer. What am I doing? Looking at my cell phone for? Um, Kentaro Miura. Is it in Tokyo? Miura. Oh, okay. For the Berserk one. Let's see, where's it at? Koshiki Saito. Let's see what this is. I'm looking it up right now. It's called Dai Berserku Ten Koshiki Saito. And it is in. Yeah, Tokyo, of course. That's up in Tokyo. Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for popping on, Canadian Spider-Man. Thanks for listening to me bitch and complain, but it's helped out, man. There's not really anybody I can talk to around here, and I feel like isolated. But thanks for helping me, man. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Jose Juan. God damn it, why am I calling Jose for Juan? Uh, oh, sorry. Oh man. Yeah, I know, man. Canadian Spider-Man. I've been stuck on that forever. I'm not really complaining though. It's a nice number to be stuck on. Oh, you know what? I'm going to throw in some red here. Yeah, Juan. He's it's up in Tokyo, and Tokyo. I might go up to Tokyo, but by October, it's from September 10th to October 23rd, and I don't think I'm going to be making it up for that. I was just up there, but due to certain circumstances, I wasn't able to really get out and about the town, go check anything out. What did they have going on when I was there in Fukuoka? Oh, they had a Banksy exhibition. but it was an unofficial Banksy exhibition. It was like, it was personal items that people had of Banksy that they were putting up for put up in an exhibition. They had that, but I didn't check that either. Do something about this desk. Yeah, yeah. It was weird with the Frank Herbert saga. I read up to, what was the one where he turned into a worm himself. It was like thousands of years in the future, and he had turned a worm into himself. I haven't read all the Dune books for a long while. I've read them. I read the first 2 or 3, I think 3 or 4 times. But do you know the one I'm talking about? One where he turns into a worm himself. That was a really weird one. That one was like, it went really, really, really heavy into like philosophy. The further the books went down the line, it felt like, oh, there we go. That's what I needed to do. Is anybody out there excited for the Dune movies coming out? No, the Dune movie coming out. Well, I'm thinking they'll probably be. I wonder if they're going to make like a trilogy out of it or what have you. Those are the rumors I've been hearing. Just trying to get this girl to pop out more here. Trying to use a black wash of my colors here to mute them out. Yeah, they're all women, the Bene Gesserits. Yeah, but you remember how? Oh, wait, how many the last book that I read, which I thought was like basically the final one, and it felt like it was an end to the saga with me, was the one where he turns into a worm. What was that called? Let me look that up. It's called the Dune Books. Let me check these out. I'm pretty sure I read as many as I could find. Now, one series, Children of Dune. Was that Children of Dune? Dune book series. Here we go. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of them. Holy cow. Yeah, Children of Dune is number 26. God Emperor of Dune, Heretics of Dune, Chapter House Dune, Hunters of Dune, Sandworms of Dune, God Emperor of Dune. Yeah, that one came after Children of Dune. Sandworms of Dune? Yeah, but these look more like they're just, I don't know. It felt to me like let's check this one out. Yeah, that looks like it. One second. Oh, yeah, that's it. God Emperor of Doom. That's the last one I read. And it felt to me like that just kind of, wrapped it all up. But who knows? Maybe a hardcore Dune fan would see the, necessity for more to be written. But yeah, I read that one. I felt like, okay, I finished it. Whatever, what's his face? Jeez, I'm horrible with my names. Leto, Atreides, what is it? Oh, wait. He's the son of them. Okay. All right. I said my memory's fudged here. All right, yeah, because I felt like that kind of was like ended it all for me, but I didn't know there was that much that was afterwards. Yeah, that's what I heard. Like that Frank Herbert's son took over. I didn't know about Kevin J. Anderson though. So I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. It'll be interesting to see what the movie adaptation's like, but the way they were selling it was like some kind of like it felt like they were selling it kind of like the action aspect of it, but Dune is more than just its action parts. There's a lot of philosophy and things like that that are ingrained in it. So it'll be interesting to see what his approach to it is. I'm sure people are going to love it and people are going to hate it. You're going to have your purists who want to see it exactly for the book, but the problem is it's such a long book, and to get it all in there, one movie, or 2 movies, or even 3 movies. Now, I've always been on the book saying that what I enjoyed the most was the sci-fi series, the sci-fi series that they did. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was pretty close to the books. I'm sure there were some differences, but all in all, it seemed to be pretty faithful to the books. Oh man, I'm feeling rough over here. Welcome to the show, everybody who's watching. I'm going to have to... Yes. Thank you, Juan. Exactly. I mean, people need to read the books. It's obviously people talking like that haven't read the books. They just haven't read them. I need to go back and read them again because, you can read the same book different times of your life and have a completely different reading, interpretation of it. You see things that you didn't see before. But definitely people who are shouting that out, making those claims, have not read it, not even once. They probably even haven't looked at the Cliff Notes. Let me go grab my dryer real quick. To be honest, I haven't technically read them. I've only listened to them in audio. But the first time I read them were the original audio tapes. And the guy who was reading them, he had to fit it all onto a certain amount of tapes. So he was reading them really fast. And it was hard to keep up the story. And then the second time around, maybe I listened to him that way 2 or 3 times like that. And then only recently, maybe last year and a half, 2 years ago, did I go back and get them on Audible. And actually, I haven't gotten through them yet. I got through the first one, and I'm halfway through the second one. But a new a different book came out that I was wanting to listen to, or read with quotation marks. This is coming out kind of cool. So yeah, I kind of set that aside and put that on the back burner, and I feel like I want to get back into it again though. So that's something that's on the table. Damn. I have zero desire whatsoever to go to work today. Zero, zilch. Oh fuck, this thing's By the way, anybody who likes crazy rock, go check out Mr. Bungle's new album. It was released. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, whoever that may be. Go listen to Mr. Bungle's The Raging Wrath of the Easter Bunny demo. I put a link up at the beginning of the chat. This album is insane, and I love it. There's one song, it says, it's actually the song, it's the 4th track of the album. It's Habla Español o Muere. muere. Speak Spanish or die. That's pretty crazy. But the one I'm listening to right now, Draping Your Mind, the video is insane. It's awesome. All right, let's put in some whites in here, and then I'm going to call it a day. We'll probably do better there. Oh, no. My accent? Oh, no way, dude. I don't have any. Let me try to do it in a real. I was trying to do it in a habla español or muere. I can't speak Spanish. I studied it for 3 years. But after I started studying Japanese, that Spanish just left the whole. Yeah. I'll have to practice there. Oh, hey, George Molo in the house. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Thanks for joining. Yeah, it's just I did like a sketch on the bus, and I'm just inking it right now before I have to head off to work. Thanks for dropping by, man. Really appreciate it. Yeah, this is just like a random drawing, and I'm trying to practice these dynamic figures in some settings. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate that. I'm so humbled. The great George Molo in my stream. And it was so awesome talking to you in Vegas. I cannot tell you how humble I felt just like having you ask me questions and telling you my stories when I know your stories are a billion more times interesting than anything I'm doing. And your way of oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, a lot of them I'm no professional at all, and some of them I won't guarantee the greatest of video quality, but you're in the process of starting up your channel as well, right? I subscribe to you, so yeah, I'll be looking forward to anything you do, man. You are a modern day legend. Thanks, dude. Oh man. I was just talking earlier about like how I miss meeting all of you awesome people over there, dude. And I mean, I so wish I was back over there right now. It was just the best way I can. It will be up in a couple of awesome. Looking forward to it, dude. The best way I could describe it is when I was in college studying art, and you're around all of these people who are. Oh, you're more than welcome, dude. You got a place, and even if you aren't able to make it all the way here south to where I'm at, you let me know when you're coming up, and I'll personally go out there and I will help you. It was okay. Just a little side note. I know I haven't finished my last story yet, but the other day, Chrissy Mayer. I don't know if any of you guys saw this on Twitter, but Chrissy Mayer was looking for someone who could speak English and Japanese. She's like, "Is there anybody out there who speaks English and Japanese, like a translator?" And I threw her a DM. Oh no, I said, yeah, I could do it. I've been here for 20 years. So she was like, "Okay, throw me a DM." And then I can't DM her on Twitter, so I said, "I'm going to DM you on Instagram. Check your messages there." So I sent her a message, and I never heard back. So I was like, okay, she's maybe she's found somebody else, like a true professional, or maybe she's things have fallen through, or maybe she didn't see my message. I don't know what it was, but I kind of waited around for an answer. And then I had to teach at a nursery school. And when I got out of the nursery school, I hopped in the car to go home, and I noticed she was live streaming. I was like, oh, wait, she's got a Japanese guest. So I wrote in the chat, I was like, hey, I see that you've got a Japanese guest on here. Is this who you needed help with? And then she's like, oh, the Ginger Ninja's here. Hey, could you help me translate? I was like, sure. She's like, I'll send you a link. And then I looked at who her guest was, and it's Marika Hase Marika, a porn star, of course, who I know. Well, I don't know personally, but I know of. And I was like, oh, shit. I was thinking I might have to do like some translation for a political guest or a comedy guest. I didn't think in 1,000 years it would be for a porn actress. So ended up hopping on there like nervous as fuck, hands shaking, going, oh, I'm on here not only with Chrissy Meyer, but also with, yeah, JAV, with an adult entertainer. Wonder what kind of translation I'm gonna have to do here. So it was a very, really fun, surreal experience. Monica was it was really funny. She was kind of shy, but really nice and cute. And Chrissy, of course, always funny. And it was like at one point, I came on like halfway through the stream. So I hadn't seen what they had been talking about previously in the stream. But at one point, it seemed like the I don't know, the flow of the of the interview was kind of like going a little bit slow. So I just asked her, "Is it okay if I pop in here and ask some questions?" And I kind of ended up taking over the interview for a while. It was a fun experience, and I can't thank her enough for letting me be on there. But that's something I've always wanted to do. It's always been scared shitless of doing. So, yeah, that was a surreal experience. It was weird. I think the strangest question that was on there was um, I was trying to come up with some questions on the fly. You know, I didn't have any preparation time or anything, but I basically said, she was like, Chrissy Mayer asked her, is there anything that they've asked you to do for the films that you've been in that has made you feel uncomfortable, or, you know, or something that you didn't want to do? And she was kind of having trouble with it. So I said, Chrissy, is it okay if I change the question here? She's like, sure, go ahead. I was like, instead of, how about which entertainers, male or female, have you performed with that you really enjoyed? Like your top five or something like that. I don't think I said that, but she just started listing off a couple. Oh, that's okay, man. I'm just talking about my Chrissy. Is it Chrissy Mayer? Chrissy Meyer? Chrissy Mayer? I had to, just to go back a little bit, I had to, she was looking for a translator for her stream because she had a Japanese guest and I didn't know who it was. And I DM'd her and she never DM'd me back. And then I was driving home one day from work and saw that she was doing a live stream with a Japanese person. So I wrote in the chat, hey, do you need my help? And she's like, yeah, I'm going to send you a link. And I hopped on the stream, and the Japanese person she was interviewing, I thought it might be like maybe somebody who was connected with politics or comedy business or something like that. I had no idea who it was going to be. It ended up being a porn star that I know. I've never met in person, but I know and have seen her work. Yeah, so I'm just telling the story right now where, yeah, it was like really surreal being on Chrissy Mayer's show and interpreting for a porn star as well, something I've never done and never thought I would ever do. And then she's like, she asked her a question. It's like, is there any kind of uncomfortable position or situation that you've been in that you didn't, want to do that they asked you to do? And she was kind of having trouble with the question. So I just asked Chris, is it okay if I pop in here and ask a question? And she said, sure. So I said, which performers have you worked with that you really enjoyed and would want to work with again or something to that, extent? And she popped off a couple of answers. And then she said this one guy, and she said, he's really crazy. And, of course, we asked, why is he crazy? And she's like, when he's with a girl, he really enjoys being bitten. I'm like, okay, like, where at? And she's like, on his dick. I'm like, what the fuck? He's always being bitten on his dick? She's like, yeah. And I'm just like trying to keep myself composed. And I was like, I've never heard of anybody who likes being bitten on their dick before. So I said, how hard? And she was like, basically as hard as we can. And I think that had to be one of the weirdest moments from the interview. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. Hope there's no kids out there listening. I've already told YouTube this is for kids, though. So this is what I got going on right here. Yeah. Yeah. Some kinkier than others. And then after that storyboard, Chrissy Mayer's producer, you could hear him working with her. She's like, hey, do you have that soundboard ready? And so she brought up a soundboard on screen. It was like hundreds of little buttons that you could push that had like Japanese or anime related sexual sounds. So for like 10 minutes, she's going through there, pressing all of them and asking us what all of them meant. But the funny part, it was like probably 90% of them weren't Japanese. They were like a different language that somebody who made this page and spent a whole ton of time organizing this page, had no idea that these languages he's throwing up there weren't Japanese at all. So I was like, oh no, that's Russian. Oh, that sounds like Eastern European. I have no idea what that language is. And then every once in a while we'd get like a hint. Oh yeah, that's Japanese. So on a random note, I'm using this white ink right now. It's Copic white, like I guess they use like correction ink or whatever. It's just opaque white ink. The other day, I opened up I took this ink to the coffee shop with me, and I got back home and I opened it up, and half of my white ink had spilt on everything. And this stuff, when it dries, it's like this gooey, sticky crap. It's like probably what an oil spill is like. So I had to spend like a shitload of time cleaning that up. It's good stuff though. It does its trick. Opaque as hell. I tried to use other white inks, but they just don't do the trick. George, I don't know if you're out there or not, but if you are, what kind of stuff are you planning to put up on your site? If you're still there in the chat, I don't know. Your internet was bad, so I don't know if you can reply. But oh yeah, let me drop a link to your site, George Molo. Here we go. So in case you guys don't know, this is the great George Molo. Okay. He is national hero. Where am I on here? I'm here 1 second. Oh. Oh no, that's what I'm looking for. Wow. Oh shit. Filters, creators, channel. There we go. Let me look. My subscriptions list. No. Subscriptions. Mahler, Chrissy Mayer. George, is it George the Giant Slayer? That's what it has to be. I think that's the only subscription I have with George on it. George the Giant Slayer. I'm going to assume that's it. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah. That's got to be it. All right, I'm going to put a link for, okay, thank you. I'm going to put a link here in the chat for George's page. Go there, subscribe. And hey, what's up, the Wake Down? I'm just putting a link to George's channel, YouTube channel. He's going to have content up in a couple of weeks, he says. Yes, if you guys want to go there, if you haven't subscribed yet, go check it out, subscribe, and be on the lookout. George is, oh man, thanks to you. Like, you've been a big inspiration for a lot of us out there. I was lucky enough to meet George the person, and you never know. Like, you talk to these people online, you don't see them in real person, you don't know what they're like. You don't know if it could be like an act or what have you, but when you actually get a chance to meet the person in the flesh and just realize, like, they're an amazing person online, but in person just even surpasses that. And George took his time out to talk to many of us, including myself, and just, oh, it's on Twitter. Okay, thanks, Wake Down. Appreciate it. Oh, that's right, you got a wrench. I'm like Oprah with my wrenches. You get a wrench, you get a wrench. No, but he just took his time out to talk to everybody, to talk to us about our experiences, which I just felt humbled as hell because, I mean, I get told a lot of times I just talk too much, just shut the hell up. But Hollywood Country Film, Television, yeah, all right, sweet as. Sweet as. So there you go, guys. Follow him. And I think once we get him to that monetization stage, it'll be time for us to to pay it back, man. Oh man, I could. That's the thing. I got back here, and it's like the first thing I went from having like just like an awesome time at the Vegas meetups to like just kind of being on my own again and having nobody around to really talk to. But like so these, and I haven't had the inspiration. Uh, I just kind of I've just been in a funk, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go out and draw tonight, and I'm gonna talk to people, and I'm gonna get out of this state. And sure enough, come on here, and you guys pop on. It's and I can face the day now. It's because of you guys. It's awesome. Can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do this though, because I still have to prepare for my classes, get ready, and I got to head out around probably about 3:40. About 3:40. Yes, exactly. Same here, George. If you need like, yeah, like Wakedown says, George, I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what they've been doing, and it's just been kind of depressing. It's what okay. So basically, right now, things are open, but restaurants and bars, uh, clubs, I don't think are open at all. But there's not a lot of clubs around here. Dance clubs, no. The big cities, no. Bars, restaurants, all have to be closed by 8 o'clock. And I just went to Fukuoka, which is the biggest city in Kyushu, the island down south. And I just went there to go meet a friend last Saturday. and they had enforced these restrictions until September 12th. And basically, you went to a bar, they were open until 8 o'clock. You were only allowed to order food. And if you, it was funny. It was like the whole, I can't remember what it was called again. The era in the States where alcohol was illegal, basically. I don't know there's a name for it. I forgot what it was called. So it was kind of like that. If you go to a place and you bartender and you know them, you can ask them kind of like a wink, can I have some water? And what they'll do is they'll give you a Japanese kind of moonshine that's clear, and they'll water it down and put some ice in it, and they'll give it to you. But that's only at like very, very, very few places, and you have to know them. So that was one experience that was kind of weird. And then another one was if we went to this karaoke club, but karaoke in the big cities is illegal now too. You're not allowed to sing into a microphone around other people. So we went to a karaoke place. Now they were running it all like secretly. They were not supposed to be open. They were not supposed to have a clientele in there, but they let us in. But they're just like, okay, let's be quiet so that the neighbors and nobody hears us and reports us. It's like, dude, man, this feels weird. This was really, really weird. So, and he was serving alcohol exactly. Okay, George Miller, I'm going to tell you how I took care of that. He said, he gave us drinks, whatever we wanted, but it's like, you got to keep it on the down low, and we got to keep it quiet here so passerbys don't know that we're open. And we got pretty drunk there. Like I was lit. And he has a karaoke machine. He's got the screen and everything. And I just looked at him and was like, come on, man. I came all the way out here from Miyazaki. I took a 4-hour bus ride. Can we just have like one song of karaoke? Oh, it's illegal right now. I was like, it's illegal to sing in a mic, right? He's like, yeah. It's like, just throw on the song, turn down the volume a bit, and we'll sing without mics. And he's like, you know what? Nobody has thought of that yet. Okay, let's do it. So as like he did that one song with us. He allowed us to sing one song without a microphone. Yeah, I mean, it was fucking ridiculous. But that's how I am, though, man. If you set down those kind of rules, I'm going to try to get around them as much as I can. And so my friend and I, we had one song to sing, and both of us were fucked up out of our minds. And I don't think you guys, yeah, the Roppongi district is insane. I don't know if it'll be open up next year, man. I can't give you any guarantees. I was telling people earlier, I just had one of the mothers one of my students who's an adult. I don't wear a mask, man. I'm done with it. Like, I have asthma and I just don't like doing it. It feels restrictive and it feels like I'm smothering. And I feel like it literally takes away like my humanity. And she just wrote me an email and said, yeah, could you wear a mask for the next couple of weeks? I basically told her no. I was like, no, I'm making decisions. This is my company and I'll do what I'm going to do. And if you don't feel, I told her I've already had the coof. If you don't feel comfortable, then I don't know, but I'm trying to do that right now because I do have asthma. So I'm trying to use that because I had to wear one when I was in the plane for a 13-hour flight. And then once we landed in Tokyo, it took us another 5 hours to get to our hotel because we had to go through all of this processing and testing and questionnaires. By the time I got to my hotel, I was like, my asthma kicked in. Like, it was bad. And then on top of that, I got the coof. And my symptoms weren't bad at all. I just had like a sore throat and a slight fever. And that was it. But because of just being smothered in the mask the whole time, it killed my asthma, dude. Yeah, the mother asked me, like, could you please wear a mask? And I was like, she's like, other mothers are probably thinking the same thing. I was like, if they're thinking the same thing, they can come and talk to me, but I'm going to give them the explanation I'm giving you. I was very kind to her about it. I told her she was courageous for bringing that up because Japanese people don't like confrontation. If they let you in the country, George, let me know, because what will happen is, depending on where you've traveled to first, you have to do a quarantine. But what they do is they make you do, depending on where you've traveled, you might have to do like a 3-day quarantine. Since I went to Vegas, I had to do a mandatory 3-day quarantine in a location of their choice. And on the last day, they did a test and found out that I was positive for COVID. So they sent me to a different hotel. But if you go to an area that's not on their no-go list, then you can basically hop out of the airport. And if somebody's there to pick you up, they can take you to wherever you're staying. So if this shit's still going on next year, which I don't know if it will be or not, you let me know nonetheless. You'll be able to get to the country. It's just, I don't know how long you're going to have to quarantine, and I don't know how long you're going to have to do what. But you just let me know, man. Keep in touch. Just Twitter. Twitter is the easiest way to do it. Just DM me on Twitter. But just in case, on my YouTube channel as well. My YouTube channel has my, let me see, it should have my contact information on there under my About section. I've got an email address there. I'm going to probably change that to my Gmail one. But I've got links to my Instagram and my homepage as well. So in the case that I get nuked off of Twitter again, you've got many ways to contact me. Keep in touch. And, dude, I will make it my mission to make sure that you have the time of your life out there. So there you go, bud. You got a man in me. I'm quite enjoying this drawing. It's cool whenever I'm talking like this because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, but that allows me to kind of like go into a different kind of zone. But yeah, the weight down, man. it would be great if you and George can, get together and get some stuff done. And again, if you need anything on my side of things, George, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to do some illustration or do like an icon for you, a logo. Yeah, I know, man. 13 hours on a plane from Dallas to Narita, Tokyo. It was frustrating. Yeah, the way down there, I'm working on a project up there with Juan, and I'm working on another project with another guy. My goal, I'm going to state this right now. I haven't told anybody about it, but my goal as of this next year is to be doing this full-time art, pumping out artwork and doing this full-time. I'm ready to make a transition with stuff, and meeting everybody in Vegas and seeing all the creative talent out there. It's just inspired me to really push myself to take it to the next level. Animation person, Wake Down would probably. I've never done any animation myself, but I'm sure there's a bunch of people out there in that community that can rip it up. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Likewise. I was telling so many people at the Vegas meetup, I was like, in this room right now is the next big thing. Like the next creator, the next, I don't know, innovator, the next artist, writer, animator, they're here right now. I basically, if I have a nursery school, I teach from like 9:30 or 10 in the morning for an hour or so. And then my classes are basically like 4:30 to 9:30. So I need like a good 30, 40 minutes of prep time. Oh, with Alex Jones, I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed it greatly. I think I don't follow Alex Jones at all, but what I enjoyed the most from the show, was this. And it gives me goosebumps talking about this, was the ability for those guys to say, fuck it, we're going to do it. And you know what that is? You know what that takes? There's one right here and there's one right here. And that's a big pair of cojones, a big pair of balls to do that. Knowing that the consequences could be extreme, but to still go out and do what you speak about, which is what Gary did and Jeremy did. They talk about the freedom of speech. They talk about having people on their show that could cause some trouble, but they're going to let people speak. And that's what they did. They showed people that they kept their word. And I enjoyed him on there. Of course, he says crazy stuff. And maybe he's been controversial about things, but he seemed genuinely happy to be on there, excited, and was just, yeah, even if you're a woman, you got to have those balls. The female version of them. But yeah, man, it was just like watching that show. I don't know how you couldn't watch it and go think to yourself, these guys, this is it, man. This is what we need nowadays. I think what you get, now this is just me going out on a limb here saying this. With the introduction, I'm going to have to head out here. I'm going to go off on this last little bit of a tangent, and then I'm going to have to head out. But my thoughts on it all. Yeah, definitely break down, definitely. All right. Here's what it is. Hollywood has always been able to keep themselves a secret. What I mean secret as in like what actors and actresses are really, really like. And it created, yes. Yeah, everybody's got their way of interpreting himself. But what I want to say here is this. Hollywood actors, actresses, people involved in the business, they were able to be successful on the mysteriousness of who they were and what they were really like. You didn't know. You didn't know if they were genuinely the same kind of person they were portraying in the movies or not. And we were able to, like a book, interpret what kind of person they were by seeing how they acted and how they were portrayed in films. You saw, like, I don't know, Harrison Ford as Han Solo, or you saw him as Indiana Jones, and you associated that kind of character with him, not even knowing who he really was. But nowadays, with SNS and Facebook and Twitter and everybody going out there and showing their true selves, it doesn't allow us to have this fantasy image of what they are like. It takes that ability away from us. And now all we're left with is who they really are. And what happens then is you need really good stories, really good movies to help us, like, take away that the image that we have of them. But those aren't being made now. They're not being made. Good movies and entertainment's not being made. Sometimes, but not as much as it used to be. But now what we have, like on Friday Night Tights, Geeks and Gamers, and many other YouTube channels, is we have real people being themselves. And I think in a time like this, that's just what we want more than anything. It's just like, just be yourself. Just show us really who you are. And that's what a lot of people are liking nowadays. You know what I mean? Well, in my personal experience and with all you guys that I met out there, I think we get to really meet these people. We've met them in real life and we've seen them on, like YouTube, and they're the same people. And in that way, yes, exactly, George. We saw them as the characters, and that's the only way we knew who they were. And that allowed us to create this personality, this character, their own facade, I guess. Whereas now, it's not there anymore. That part has disappeared. The curtain's been pulled back, and you see they're saying things. Authenticity, exactly. They're exactly what they want. And I think at times like this, it's like we just really want some authenticity. Authenticity from people. I think that's what we're getting. And so that we're kind of, our community is awesome, man. The fellowship, it's great. You see people for who they are, and you don't have to, have a movie or something to form an image of who they are. You get it's right there. It's real. So I guess that's just what I'm kind of saying in a very non-articulate way, not the way that George Molo could do it. And you bust out, you're a poet. Oh my God, Met Gallo, that was insanely ridiculous. I cringed so hard, I pulled all my eye muscles. I'm not kidding. Just, it was a joke. It was a meme in itself. It was so tone deaf. It was extremely tone deaf. That's like me going into, I don't know, let me try to think of an analogy here. All right, I go into a homeless shelter. I don't know, I go into a homeless shelter and I'm anti, I can't even think of a good analogy for it. It's so ridiculous. I can't even think. I'm sure there's people out there who can think of a better analogy. But shit, what time is it? It's 3:10. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna have to. The only thing they didn't do was have a play card that said "Let them be king." Exactly, that's what they needed. Assholes. Is that what's happening right now? Are we like the new punk? Is that what it is? Because that's what I feel like I'm surrounded by in my community by a lot of people who just bow their heads, walk along, and wait to be told what to do. Is that what's happening? And if so, yeah, man, I think I'm going to have to head out here. Yeah. Oh, shit. Fuck, it's 3:10. All right. I've hold off long as I can. George, Juan, Wake Down, Robert, King, Spider-Man, everybody who came, dropped by, gave me a thumbs up, everything. Thanks so much. This is the kind of piece of work right here. Yeah, man. Nice chat with you guys. And yeah, hopefully I'll be doing another live stream sometime soon. If you do see me, thank you. Thank you, George. Thanks, Juan. Yeah, I'll be looking out for the email, man. I need to get around to checking all that stuff. But you guys take it easy. And I'll see you next time. Peace out. Hail.